Probably the biggest impact of IPTV and broadband video is on the legacy providers of content. One of those, the one that has the biggest impact, probably had the biggest impact on them, is newspapers. Newspapers are really struggling with the internet access in general, and you're tied in a newspaper to, print or photographs. And really, in reality, most young people and most people today, when they want to consume news stories, they want multimedia. They want video, they want photographs, they want to be able to point and click to several different sources on the web. So broadband video is having one big impact on the legacy, maybe we should say more traditional media. This is also true for broadcasting, although I think broadcasting is a little bit more advanced in this because they're big video users. In terms of other content providers like movie studios and so forth, they all have been affected by this because this is a new channel of distribution for their content, and then the networks that are available for broadband video, not just the internet, but other broadband providers are other networks, if you will, are also affecting the content because they alter the content, change the content, take it from HD TV down to a cell phone. So this is affecting how content is produced as well as how it's distributed. All new media are travel on a telecom network at some point. So for example, if I have an iPod, I connect it to a computer, and I can either sideload content onto it directly from the computer. So I download the content to the computer and then sideload it to the iPod, or in some cases now with an iPhone, I could actually connect over a broadband wireless network and directly download the content to the iPhone without having to go through my computer. So all new media, no matter what it is, whether it's video distribution over the internet or whatever, is enabled by telecom networks. The delivery technology is still being built out. The networks are still being built out, and this is because there was this huge legacy of networks that existed before, mostly in the wireline business, copper wire that was in the ground and has limited bandwidth. So to replace all of that copper wire is taking a long time. So the build out of broadband wireline with fiber and other technologies that ride on copper is taking a long time. So most of the focus there on the wireline side is on building out the network. On the wireless side, we've also had to go through several iterations of generations of wireless technologies. And now we're talking about a fourth generation of wireless technology that will be broadband, always on, always connected to the internet, and so forth. So most of the focus is on the infrastructure of the telecom networks. But at some point, one of the great fears of telecom companies is that they will be only the purveyors of the pipe, if you will. And maybe you could even say that the purveyors of a dumb pipe. They do not want that to happen because it reduces them to a commodity, and they're only then competing on the basis of price among cable providers, wireless providers, broadband wireline providers. They only compete on price. So ultimately, they have to own content or have some involvement in the creation or distribution or ownership of content for them to make money in the future. I'm not sure that I'm willing to commit to mobile being the next big thing. I know a lot of broadcasters have an interest in this, but the reality is that in this country, partially because we have so many other video sources, mobile video hasn't really caught on yet. I'm not saying that it won't ever catch on, and maybe it will be a while before it does. We really have to get to better broadband wireless, and that would happen in the case of WiMAX technology or in the case of fourth generation wireless technology, where the broadband pipe is big enough to really support wireless. Most of the applications of wireless video right now are a little bit still primitive and not very conducive to watching on a mobile device. The iPhone has helped that out a lot, but I think we're still somewhat limited in bandwidth and technology to really deliver a usable experience for the end user.